One of these. Oh,
Okay, go.
sorry. I was just about to say that one of these times, like Katie or I should start. No, I don't want to start. I'm not. I know I'm not prepared.
What do I say?
Welcome into.
No, I can't.
No, go.
Welcome into, and then there were three. I'm Anna.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Katie.
We have a full glam edition for you this time on video. Makeup's done, hair's done, everything. I know these two. It was really important to these two, especially me as well. But now we're here in full. Are you offended that I said that?
It was really important for us
To like know that we were having a full glam day. Yes.
Oh, in advance.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Yeah, I did tell them last night
Yesterday
that we were having
like
a photo
4
shoot
p.m.
too. So
I need like at least a day in advance to fully get myself ready because
You
I have to
hair washing
literally
days.
put it into my Google Calendar. I'm not kidding.
That what you have to look cute.
Yeah.
You put in your Google
Tuesday,
Calendar.
look cute.
Yeah.
She also gave us no direction on what we were gonna wear for the photo shoot. It was like, look like you're gonna be going to a grad party, but look sexy.
I didn't
but
say
not,
that.
but not that sexy. Okay.
Sexy, but like
Please.
not that sexy.
And now she's in a
That
pink
will be on our
blazer, so that's-
OnlyFans.
And now
You have to
Pat,
pay for that content.
and now Pat, our producer who is watching us, has to tell us when we're looking ugly during our podcast by signaling us
Some
the
wave.
Macarena.
Hey, you're slouching really bad or something like that.
Okay, no, everybody looks good so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
We need like a look check
Okay, yeah, just
every
I'll-
10 minutes.
I'll
that's
set
what
my alarm.
She'll put it in her calendar.
I will.
I'll put it in my Google Calendar.
This week was
Sit up straight.
This week was kind of a hard week to look good because we had a rough weekend. All three of us were very hungover, and at our very old age of 22, that seeps over into multiple day hangovers. And that was the first thing I wanted to touch on was just how horrible hangovers are.
They are horrible. Everyone had a horrible, horrible Sunday. I think me, especially Sunday morning, was a horrible hangover and
Katie
a
had a bad
horrible
day.
wake up call. I had thrown up in my bed from the night before, and touching back on death, my mom barged into my room in Lincoln and had told me that my great uncle had died, and that is how I woke up.
Sunday
on
scaries.
Sunday horrifying scaries. But yeah, that was my Sunday morning. My roommate Brooke tried to refresh herself with a nice glass of water and drank vodka thinking it was water, not once but twice in the morning.
Who put the vodka in a water cup? I need to know.
In a water glass.
In a water glass.
Who would do that? I can't believe it wasn't me.
It was on the kitchen island.
I feel like everyone
Everyone was
that.
pre-gaming.
But why?
Before.
Why put it in the glass if you're not going to mix it with anything?
Maybe they were
It
ripping holes.
probably
Out
I
of the
don't know.
glass?
I don't know. That
That's
makes me
just-
uncomfortable.
It makes sense why she would think it's water. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think anything.
But I
of
would
it either.
never the day before like going out, I would never grab a glass of water on the kitchen counter.
Right.
I would get myself
That's
a new
fair.
glass because
That's fair.
there's too many times. One time on my way to high school, I had a water bottle in my car, which no one should ever do this, okay? And I had a water bottle in my car, and I was taking a pill in the morning, and I went to go swallow the pill, and it was vodka on my way to high school.
I've done that a lot too.
And you have to swallow it because you're taking a pill.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to go with it.
That's
so Pat,
brutal.
look in your daughter's car and make sure there's
If
no.
there's-
If you see a water bottle and you shake
Yeah.
it and it has a bunch of bubbles, it's not water.
Is that the trick?
yeah.
There's just a
We
lot.
shouldn't
to
have told you
unpack.
that. I feel bad for your daughter now.
like
Jeez.
like literally the last 60 seconds is just a lot. I mean, you're like high school vodka bottle in my car,
Well, for us, that was like a very normal conversation,
like,
and Pat
very
was just like,
normal.
that was a lot.
and you threw up in your bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as
okay,
my
you
mom-
should elaborate that on like a little bit
Okay.
more.
So
I love how you guys just throw shit out there. Like you just like, and then someone passed away. And you guys talked about death last time.
yeah.
Like it's just like
Super
know.
nonchalant.
Yes.
So yeah, you just threw up in your bed.
So
So circle back.
I
to
got
that.
really drunk the night before. And so I don't think I threw up in my sleep. I think that I like literally hunched over my bed, threw up in it, and then went to bed. But as my mom's not ever at my house. So first of all, waking up on Sunday morning, I'm like, where am I? I'm so not okay. And my mom coming in my room being like, Katie, I need to tell you something. I'm like, what do you possibly have to tell
Why
me?
are you here?
And then I'm like, why are you here? What's going on? Then she's like, who was in here? I'm like, oh my god, what if someone was in my bed? And then my mom's
Didn't she sit in your puke?
yes. And as she was telling me that my uncle has died, she was like, "What is this on the bed?" And she's like, "Ew, there's
That's how you found out?
That's how I found out because she was sitting in it.
That reminds me of one time when I threw up in my bed, and this is like in the middle of my sleep, and I threw up
just
projectile like onto my comforter, and I woke up and I was like, I think I FaceTimed you, Kaylee.
She FaceTimed me right away in the morning.
I was like, someone puked in my bed. I was like, someone came into my room in the middle of the night and threw up on my bed.
And I was like,
I was blaming my roommates.
Walk down the stairs solely to throw up in your bed. I'm
and
like, it literally would have been,
Little did I know it was just me. Yeah, it was me. But yeah,
you had a phase where you did that a lot.
Yeah, it was weird. I threw up on my rug.
You're like a cat.
I went through a weird phase. I threw up on my rug, and then I got a new rug, and I threw up on that rug too. And then
she was done buying rugs.
And then I didn't buy any more rugs for my bedroom. But then I'm such an evil person. I never told my roommates this. I put the rug that I puked in upstairs in like our like entryway.
What? Did you wash it?
No.
Ew.
I just like wiped it off.
Ew.
That's what everyone put their shoes on. I mean, there's probably other things on it.
Yeah, true. Your house is kind of ratchet.
I don't know. I'm also just weird about puke. Like if there's any, like the smell of it actually makes me want to die.
Did you guys ever have somebody throw up in class, like in school?
Oh yeah.
That was like in elementary school, like worst nightmare.
Yes.
Throw up in class.
Yeah, right on top of my desk, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And on the Eagle Report.
Yes.
Tell that story.
Okay, this is when I was in like 5th grade in our elementary school. We
need the clips from these.
They're definitely
Explain the Eagle
archives.
Report.
Okay, so the Eagle Report is this like news station at our elementary school, and basically you just have students reporting on it, and then
every morning,
and then
it's
you have
every television.
It's like this, but if we were 6 years old.
Yes,
and reporting to the whole entire
and reporting live,
school.
and then you have people from all different grades come on and present their projects or whatever. And so I am reporting one morning, and this little boy is presenting
How old are you?
I'm in 5th grade because that's like when you report. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's when you get to sit at the desk and actually talk.
Yeah.
And mind you,
You
this
get promoted
plays throughout the entire school, like before the Pledge of Allegiance.
Like live?
Yes,
everyone's
live.
watching. Like
That's
you are
a lot for a 5th grader.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that looking back.
I know.
and you are forced to watch. Like if you don't pay attention, you are in trouble. So like
and you're also forced to do it. You have to do it.
Even if you have stage fright.
I know I didn't want to do it.
I love doing it. Anywho, but oh yeah, the little boy is presenting about germs. I have no idea what grade he's in. And he starts like burping randomly throughout his presentation, but it's about germs. So I'm like, maybe this has something to do with whatever he's talking about.
Did you have like a condition? Like a burp?
I don't know, but I'm like, you'd think that if they're burping, like it's for something. Like, why would you just stand there and burp for 5 minutes? You know, like I'm like, this has gotta correlate to something about the germs he's presenting about. Anyways, all of a sudden, this little boy pukes live on the Eagle Report. And I am like terrified of puke. So I scream and I run out.
And you're sitting next to him?
Behind him.
So like, oh my God. That poor kid.
I would pay so much money to go to the archives.
And then they had to like shortly end it, obviously, because no one else could present on top of his puke on the floor. But like that, it would actually be my worst nightmare as an elementary school kid, because your worst fear is puking in the middle of the classroom.
The worst.
That's like stuff that's in the movies.
Yeah.
But it actually happened.
Do you think that we could ever get contact?
I would break into
Spring Ridge. Spring Ridge a lot on this podcast so far.
Flanders did die.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Another death story.
I mean, seriously.
No more deaths.
But yeah, she would be the one with all the recordings. So maybe they're like in some sort of archive. But yes.
Was it online? Did they ever post it?
No, I don't think so.
Because this was. It was like
back
in the old days.
Yeah.
So it was like the.
This was like 2005.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like
No,
directly into the TV, I think. And then they.
Okay.
I don't know how they. Honestly, I don't know how they streamed it, but
I have no idea.
I wonder if they still do it. There's no way.
I would pay so much money to see that, though.
Oh my God, same.
Oh my God. Well, back to the topic of being hungover, because that's how I honestly felt Sunday and Monday. And as we get older,
And
I say
Tuesday,
we're old.
personally.
Wow. I say we're old. We're literally 22, but like your hangover like increases immensely as you age and like keep drinking, I guess, in your lifetime. I don't know what happens, but the midday hangovers turn into like 2 days. And I really wanted to ask Pat about this. As you age, Pat, you're very young,
right?
And you have lots of years left on you. But
right.
What is it like being older and hungover?
It sucks. It sucks. And then you had said yesterday about how horrible it would be to be hungover and then wake up and you realize, oh my God, I have children.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
that's
yes. it's
Imagine
the
having
worst.
kids.
No.
It makes me
No.
think about how many times my parents were hungover and I had no idea.
Or like teachers
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I didn't even know what a hangover
It's
was.
movie day.
Yeah,
It's
movie day. Yeah, we're watching Goonies again. Yeah, I know it gets worse. Like
Each
when
year.
you hit, like when you hit 30, it gets bad, and then 40, it's bad. It just doesn't go away quick. Like you could like I could not tell that you were hungover on Sunday.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I was very hungover. I think, I was very hungover on Sunday.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. So
That's
like if
good.
it was me, you would have been able. You'd be like, holy shit!
But she
what
felt
is going
hungover.
on with you?
I felt hungover, but I was like, okay, I need to.
I
need
can
to
make myself
be
like look
professional.
good and present
Yeah.
that I'm not hungover, but internally I'm dying inside.
How much would you spend to have the hangover cure?
Like
Oh,
forever?
Forever.
forever, like forever.
Like you take
it one time and
pill and then you're completely cured.
No
you're
more hangovers
100% ever. Yeah. You can
I
drink
don't
as
even
much as
know.
you want.
Name the price.
Right.
Probably like
Probably-
$10,000 for the.
Honestly, I would go upwards of like thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
yeah,
same
for sure.
because you add up everything that you buy when you're hungover.
Yeah, yeah.
That amounts to the rest of your life.
You spend like $100 a day when you're hungover just because
I will spend $200 to get something delivered to me if that's what it takes.
Seriously.
Literally, being hungover is like pricey.
Being hungover is honestly more pricey than it is to
Going
get drunk.
out.
Yeah.
That's
what
why
about one of those like vitamin things, like the IV, like the next morning, the hydration?
we have
We
done
did do
that.
that.
We
Does it
have
work?
tried
Does it work?
everything in this friend group.
You know, I think it did help a little bit, but maybe it was just like a placebo effect. So
My
we were
hangovers
in
aren't like
Vegas and we got it.
stomach or anything. Mine's just in my head.
My
and I feel like
head.
IVs don't really help with that, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
it was just like a hydration thing. So we were in Vegas and we had scheduled this IV. So these nurses come to your house, not house.
Knowing you were going to be hungover,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Come
like
to
we
your-
strategically
Her name was
Hotel.
Amber.
That's smart. That's very
Amber,
smart.
we
Amber alert.
strategically made the appointment
Ordered
based on
them.
like the day and
Yeah,
whatever we were
That's very
doing.
smart.
Mhm.
I'm very impressed with that. That's
And
very
we got IVs like Saturday morning, I think.
Yes, and
I
then that
needed it
was when
Sunday,
they went to the
though.
day club, and then Lil Jon that night.
But I felt like after the IV, I felt like I hadn't drank.
Yeah,
I didn't feel amazing, but I just felt like I wasn't super hungover.
You felt like a normal.
I didn't have
person.
any
Yeah.
feelings on the trip until the plane ride home, honestly. Like, I just
Vegas,
kept going.
I will say, was the worst hangover of my life. My heart was beating like 1,000,000 miles per hour. I was like laying in the shower. There's
What did
no
you
curing.
drink?
Everything.
Everything, all of it?
Like champagne, vodka, beer, everything.
you can because when you're in Vegas, so we went with a group of over 20 girls, and so we had promoters, and so they'd be like, okay, here's your one bottle of Grey Goose, but then you have to keep getting people to buy you stuff because one
Right.
drink in Vegas,
Is $60.
Yeah,
Yeah,
$60.
it's so
Stupid.
expensive.
and so whatever you can really get your hands on, I
You just
guess.
start chugging
Literally, we
the
just-
minute, yeah.
Beers, whatever, doesn't matter.
Whatever you're
We'll drink
handed,
it.
just fucking chug it.
Okay, but be careful about what you're handed.
No, because you're
But
in the
also be
clubs.
careful what you're handed.
Yeah, but you're also I felt safe in
I
Vegas.
felt safe in Vegas, honestly, because we were
Hot take on that, but
we
I
were
felt
in
safe.
booth areas and like
But there was also
with
20
a ton
of us.
There were so many people.
The
I wouldn't
Vegas trip
recommend-
is coming up. I had one of the younger gals in AKO call me and ask me what their thoughts were on Vegas and what advice that I could give on Vegas and their
Yeah.
girls' Vegas trip. And just
Well,
looking
we have
back-
some really good advice about
yeah.
going to Vegas. I mean, I personally didn't buy a single drink that entire trip, and I think we were there for 3 days.
And you
4
shouldn't.
days.
That was
Right.
my wife's game was like, why would I pay for a drink if somebody's going to buy
Exactly.
me one?
I didn't pay for a single drink, and I didn't even eat food until like that Sunday.
All we had in our hotel room was a loaf of bread and peanut butter,
and Doritos and goldfish.
and we would go to a club. We'd wake up club, go
It wa-
home,
it was-
eat a peanut butter sandwich, and then go back to the club.
Yeah, it was a struggle for sure. But we went our fall break of senior year, and so that's coming up for the grade below us or whatever. And it's like a huge thing that everyone at UNL goes. And so we would walk down the MGM Grand and know at least 20 people in the lobby
Yeah, there
of how
was
big that
a.
place is.
I
That would be
mean,
fun.
the entire school Lincoln probably brought 300 people.
Yeah,
it felt like there's no
across
other school
every
there, which I
single
know there
frat and
was, but like
sorority.
Yeah.
it felt like it was just us.
It's super fun. You have to go on the Vegas trip if you are a senior. You have to.
but they didn't buy the like college pack or whatever.
also don't spend your
Yeah,
money
don't
on
do
just
that.
college.
Are
Don't,
we getting into this right now?
Do we want to?
I thought we were saving it for a different episode.
I don't care. But
You can cut that out, right?
I mean, yeah, but
how else am I
We're
supposed to
on
catch your
video.
attention?
anyways,
you just flow with it.
Just gotta go with it.
I know,
kid.
but I have so many more details that would probably take like an hour.
Okay, well,
You're slouching, by the way.
you're
There you go, you're good.
Macarena.
Start.
She's
I
slouching,
wouldn't-
guys. How do you even do the Macarena? I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Okay, so speaking of dancing stuff, I don't know any like line dance stuff. Like people at weddings, everybody it seems like everybody knows the same dance, right?
Mhm.
Like the
I
whatever.
agree.
I have no clue. And everybody's like, "Oh, come on, I'll dance." Absolutely not. How do people learn every move to every
Yeah, like
one
the
of those
Cupid
line dances?
shuffle.
Right? Like what? I wouldn't have.
There's another
no
dance
idea.
that's like that because I'm a wedding photographer and they're doing these dances and it's like the step and I don't know, it's this country song that everyone knows too, and they're all like swing dancing with each other, and everyone on
Right,
the
like
dance
how do
floor
you know?
acts like they did a flash mob practice together. But
Mhm.
I think it's like the cha-cha slide where they know.
You just have to insert yourself and watch what people do, and you just get the hang of it.
yeah, I guess
It's
so.
just so
I
weird.
pretended when I was little to know what every move to the cha-cha slide until I actually did.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
I
that
don't
how-
know.
At
You get
skate days,
shamed.
like, is that what you guys did? Like,
Oh, yeah,
you would
the
just,
dances.
yeah, you were forced to do the cha-cha slide at skate days if you went.
Yes, you were
forcibly. Do the
Whether you
cha-cha
knew it or
slide.
not.
Someone
you
held
had
a
to
gun
learn
up to my
quickly.
head and said, "Do the cha-cha slide." I would figured it out pretty fast, I
Mhm.
guess. Hope that never happens. Pat, we have another question for people that have been married. Do you
Okay.
get really drunk on your wedding day? Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes, I did. My wife got fucked up. She drank an entire bottle of orange vodka. It's both of our second marriages, and this one was more like when you don't need the huge wedding, when it's like it's not about the
Mhm.
wedding, it's about your relationship, right?
Yeah.
So we decided instead of spending a whole bunch of money on a wedding, that there was a bar in Lincoln called not
brass rail.
local, but Shakers. No, I'm just kidding. The local, I think, whatever. It's not the one that's here. It's closed down now because
Mhm.
of COVID. But that's where we got engaged, and we're like, well, they have a room you can rent. So we just rented a room and had like our family and friends there, and just had a big huge party. And like I thought like she's not even drinking anything because every time I looked at her, her glass was full. But then come to find out, no, she drank the entire bottle. Just kept pouring the vodka back in it. She talking about being hungover. 4 straight days. She didn't even, I don't even know if she went to the bathroom. Like she laid on the couch for like 3 straight days.
Oh my God.
So yes, you do.
Happy honeymoon.
Yeah, right,
Did
right.
you have to
Great
go?
honeymoon.
So did you have a honeymoon after that? then?
We did like 6 months later.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Pat,
got-
I feel like you were about to tell me a funny hungover story the other day. What was it?
Oh, the first time I ever got really drunk.
Yeah,
And it
let's hear
was
it.
because I didn't drink anything in high school. I promised a buddy of mine who was a senior when I was a junior that I would have a drink with him. And I had a Bartles and James, whatever. And I thought I was like a wine cooler. I thought I was like naughty, you know? So then when I
Naughty Patricia.
I was, yeah, I
Naughty
was a goody
Patricia.
2 shoes. So
Oh, my earring just fell out. That's fine.
you can get it if you want.
No, it honestly hurt my ear.
Okay.
It was stabbing me.
It was like I was like 20. I didn't really drink till I was 21. I was 21 years old, and
That's what they all say.
Are you lying?
but I
I'm
swear
kidding.
I had Bartles and James.
Are you
is all I
saying
had.
that because you think your daughter's gonna listen?
Guarantee my daughter will not listen. Yeah, my son didn't even know that I did a podcast until like 6 months ago. Literally, he's like, "You do a podcast?"
How old is he?
He's 19.
That's hilarious.
Oh, he did. Yeah, we had our own production company and became part of Hurrdat, and we were talking about it at home. And then it stopped, and in the middle, he's like, "Wait, whoa, you do a podcast?" Like, yeah, thanks,
The
buddy.
king of podcasts.
Thanks, buddy, for paying attention. So it was
So what does he
aftershock.
think that you do?
He just thinks I don't know.
Like when
to be
people
honest with you.
ask him like what does your dad do? What does he say?
He said I don't know anymore. He used to say just was on the radio and that was it. It was easy answer for him.
Oh.
But so I don't know what he says now. I'd be scared to ask. So I had. You guys ever had aftershock?
No, what's that?
What's
It sounds
that?
dangerous.
It's a total just a sketch alcohol, and it is super dangerous. But it was fun when I tried it the first time because you take a drink.
It's probably
and
like
it's
a buzz ball nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe okay. Does a buzz ball if you breathe in really quick, it like freezes your inside of your throat?
Nope. That is not FDA approved.
It
Who
was.
is selling this?
They have it. They still have it. I bet they have it at HBC,
What is HBC?
Hill Varsity Club. Have you
Oh.
told them nothing, Anna? You told them
Okay,
nothing?
I try to tell them things they don't listen.
HBC is very like I've never heard.
I
you
thought
say
this was like a
HBC.
CVS store.
Well, we have to try this now. Okay, tell us about this.
It's just alcohol. Like it's not a mixed drink.
but it
It's nothing.
freezes your throat.
It's
Is it Rumpelmans?
it kind of tastes like Rumpelmans a
Okay.
little bit.
Oh, it's minty flavored?
Yeah, it's kind of minty. And I
Oh.
thought it was the coolest thing because my buddy's like, do the shot and then breathe in. And I'm like, oh shit, that's amazing. So 15 shots later, I'm face down in the bathroom at an apartment downtown. and woke up the next morning and had like, the little bathroom tile, little squares, the lines on my face.
Oh my God.
Gross, like pubes all over my head from laying on because I was literally on the floor by the toilet. Like
Not
nobody,
expecting that.
like nobody helped me. And I wake up, literally, I get up and there's like little hairs sticking out the side of my head. And I got lines.
Wait, were you bald or no?
No.
When did you go bald?
When I was like 25, 24. Like super. I'm really happy that I'm bald, to be honest with you.
It looks good.
Thanks. But my hair before.
You rock the bald look.
Thank you.
I think if
hair was
you're gonna be
rough.
bald, like you need to embrace it and
Right.
you embrace it.
Dudes that don't embrace it drive me crazy.
Exactly.
It's like,
Like,
just
go
shave
bald.
it.
Right. Like have that rim of hair. Like
Oh, that's scary.
it's rough. Why would you want to do that? No, my hair was rough. It looked like, speaking of pubes,
When was
it was awful. It was awful, awful, awful hair.
when was the first time you drank?
Mine was like
Do you have a
freshman year.
story?
Not really. We got in trouble. I'll say that.
Do you
I
have a story,
guess.
Kaylee?
Freshman year of high school or college?
High school. Like
Good
trying alcohol.
Oh,
Good Lord.
Okay, my first time that I
Pat needs to have a sit down
I'm
conversation
like, I'm
with his daughter.
sweating back here. I'm
apparently.
like, oh
what
my
does my
God.
daughter do?
Oh.
Pat's daughter's 19.
My first time I tried it was
No, she's
freshman
17.
year,
17.
but the first time I got drunk was my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah,
I think.
Like at that age, what does it take to get you drunk? Like a drink, like
Probably
a beer,
one-
like 2 beers.
well, we used to take polls when we were younger.
So I have no idea.
What's a poll?
A poll is like when you have
Straight vodka out of the bottle.
like
Oh,
you-
wait till
you're
you get in your
holding-
40s.
You're
Shit,
holding
that's
a
nothing.
7-Up and you're holding like a water bottle of Barton's, and then you're just back and
Barton's.
forth. And it's always Barton's.
it's
when you're
always
young.
Barton's.
Yeah.
It's
And then you'll graduate on to Tito's later on. Smirnoff, then Tito's.
Yeah.
I
Burnett's
think
and
my very
Tito's.
Or Burnett's.
first was Captain Morgan, and we like took it from like her mom's like cupboard. But I was brace yourself, Pat. I was in 8th grade.
Holy shit.
Dude, kids are starting way worse younger and younger.
But,
too.
like, it
was-
Like,
it was
we
just,
weren't even
like-
that bad.
It was like, oh my gosh, like let's try it. Like it wasn't.
It's
I
just
don't think we got drunk.
yeah. I don't
Did you
think
like it? Like I wouldn't have even
No.
liked alcohol like, at that time.
I was like,
we were.
what
I
is
was
this?
like scared to get drunk when I was in high school. I was like, what's gonna happen to my body? Like I thought something
Same.
would take over or something like that, which kind of happens. But
yeah.
now we're 22 and now we can legally drink. So
Yeah. So it's not as
now we
fun.
really have hangovers, and that's why I think we do have like the 2-dayers.
Red
What's
Bull
your
vodka's-
worst?
Red Bull vodka is the worst for me. Like I
hate those.
Yeah,
I love them too much, and then you drink them all night, and then you wake up and your resting heart rate's like 240.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Go
drink
to
that
sleep.
because of that.
Love vodka Red Bulls. My parents were telling me
Vegas
that
bombs.
that's all they drink is vodka Red Bull, vodka Red Bull. I'm like, how are you
Do you-
surviving the next
Do
day?
you want to hate your life?
Seriously, do
'Cause
you
you
want
need
to
to-
wake up have it
Because
like
you want to stay awake. Like it keeps you awake. You get buzzed, but then your heart could explode. But it's
Yeah.
like, but they're really good.
so you
I
gotta
heard
give
that
it a
vodka
good-
Red Bulls are the equivalent to cocaine.
Well,
I don't know. I've never tried Coke, and I've never done it.
I haven't either.
we
but
haven't
seen
either,
it.
but it's a broad
the equivalent. I think
Yeah.
that's a little-
equivalent,
That's a
maybe of how much it like brings up your heart rate.
I'm gonna Google it. Is a Red Bull vodka equivalent
the
to
same as cocaine.
How much cocaine is equivalent to a vodka Red Bull?
You need 3 vodka Red Bulls for 1 bomb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that statistic, but Pat's gonna look it up for us.
It doesn't say that at all. Is drinking Red Bull
Kaylee
vodka?
just made
Oh,
that.
actually, it does. It says drinking Red Bull vodka is basically the same as doing a line of cocaine, is what it says.
yeah.
Who said that?
Some
TikTok.
elite elitedaily.com. I don't know, it's some blog, some
Hmm.
writer.
Interesting.
We need the science behind it. I'll look
Right.
into it.
I think we should have a doctor on about how to cure hangovers though, and the best way
I
to do it.
agree. I agree.
Katie's even tried pouring Sprite on herself in the shower one time to cure her hangover.
Is that a thing?
That was-
Did you
no, it's
Google
not-
it?
Everyone
not a
state
thing.
the most absurd thing you
Okay.
did to not feel hungover.
So this was the worst hangover of my life. It was. We were just talking about this. It was after this really big formal that we had.
Which one?
Golden Heart.
Oh my god.
And it happens like once every 4 years. We can't spill the details or else we're gonna get attacked by them. But I was so hungover, and so I love Sprite so much.
Nothing like a McDonald's Sprite.
I would drink it every single day. Everyone knows how much I love Sprite. I was so hungover. I was laying in the shower and I had like a bunch of Sprite in my mini fridge, and I just like needed it. I just needed it. Like it just makes me feel better. And so I was just pouring Sprite on me in the shower.
Like a movie.
And then
Cure me.
and then Kaylee took a shower in my shower and was like, "Why do you just have like Sprite bottles in your shower?" I'm like,
Don't ask.
why did I
don't
shower in
ask.
there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I've been. This weekend was pretty rough though.
What is the worst thing you've had to do hungover?
The worst like
Probably,
task or like thing
work,
to
like
cure it.
report,
Like
live.
Sunday?
like
Like on
Sunday.
Sunday?
Like I was like,
It
I
was
literally just woke up on Kaylee's little sister's couch that morning, and now I have to go talk about
Rubber
very
couch.
large news in the national media. No, it was fun though. Honestly, I love it. But yeah, working hungover sucks.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing I've ever had to do hungover. I'm slouching. Pat, why didn't you catch me?
Macarena.
Were you slouching?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I apologize. You're slouching. You're not slouching anymore, but
so hard not to slouch. Okay. The worst thing I've had to do hungover, which I actually didn't even end up having to do, was go on a field trip
Oh my God.
with like 64th grade children. I don't even know what it was. What were the
that's a
grades?
night. That would be a night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Katie and I worked at this after school,
It was
but in the
cool.
summer it's like the all day thing.
Mhm.
and we both got scheduled
The 5th of July.
the 5th of July
at 7 a.m.
Yeah, at 7 a.m. It was horrible. And so
Awful.
we show up to work, and we show up to work together. We went out the night before, and then like, we have to work at 7 a.m. Why did we do that? And so we go to work. I'm supposed to stay on site like all day, and Kaylee's really not okay. She ran to the bathroom.
Okay, so this place doesn't let you freaking sit. And sometimes when I'm absurdly hungover, like I physically can't stay vertical. Like I have to be at some sort of angle. I don't even know.
Kaylee
So
hungover
sorry,
is so
45
dramatic. She'll wake up, freak out, need a smoothie.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's
of
just
criteria
a lot of
that
things
needs to
need
be
to
met
happen
in
when
order for
Kaylee's
me to feel
hungover.
okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was really hard for me to be vertical. The girl that enforces this rule does not show up till 8 a.m. So I'm like, okay, I have an hour to kind of kneel and get myself together before I
Kneel?
go on this
Kneel?
freaking field trip. Like kneel,
So
like
random.
like play with the
well,
kids
because
and
I
kneel.
can't completely sit because that's like a big no. But if the head person isn't there, I can kind of like kneel and color with the kids. I don't fucking know. And so I'm doing that. I'm like, okay, I'm fine. Sheila shows up and I'm like, God
Sheila?
damn it. Yes, that's her name. I have to be standing. And she like tells me to stand up. And so I try to, and I'm like,
stand up,
oh
stop kneeling.
my God, I'm not okay. So I back and forth until the field trip takes off at like 10 a.m. Back and forth. I'm like going to the elementary school bathroom to lay
Toilets are like
down on the tile floor,
Gross.
lay down on the tile floor and cry because I'm like, I can't go on this field trip.
No, and it's to the Durham Museum.
And everyone working is like, Kaylee, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. What the hell? It's 5th of July.
How are you guys okay?
How are you okay? I'm not. Anyways, and so Katie and I decided to carpool that morning. And I went up to the girl because I was like, no way I can get on this bus. Like, I will have to puke out the window in front of all these
She
little
literally
kids.
went up to her and was like, I can't go. I need to go home
Well, no,
right
at
now.
first I asked nicely. I was like, hey, I'm really not feeling well. Can I please go home? And she's like, we'll see. And then all of a sudden I'm like about to faint and throw up at the same time. And I was like, no, like I'm going. I don't care. I was like, I have to go. Bye. I like grab Katie's keys. I'm going 90 down Pacific to get to my house. And I pull up to my front yard and I throw up in my front yard and just lay there until I can physically get myself up because I'm so hungover.
And then I had to go on the field trip
hungover still.
to the Durham Museum. You know how many times I've been to the Durham Museum
Oh.
with screaming children? Way too many times.
And then I had to go back and pick Katie up.
Yeah.
So like I had to like somewhat
And then
get
after she's
myself-
like, let's go to your lake. And then was totally fine to go lay out and swim at my lake.
no, because I got home and like after I threw up in my yard and then my bathroom and took a nap, I was like, okay, I'm okay. I
Had a
conquered the
smoothie.
day after that. Yeah, I don't know what I needed or ate. I don't even think I could eat anything still.
Well,
But yeah, that's
we
probably
would pay a lot of money that day to
Yeah,
have that
I think
hangover.
my worst hangovers to this day are still in high school.
Our
for me.
medicine is impeccable, right? But we still don't have the cure to the
Right.
hangover. It's like
That's a good
God's
point.
curse for humanity.
That's a really good point.
They're keeping it from us.
Well, Pat, thank you so much for producing
Yeah.
this episode. Thank you both for
I'm
being
learning
here
a lot.
today.
I'm learning a lot from you guys. A
You're
lot.
learning tips and tricks of how to be a parent.
I
too.
know.
Yeah,
Where were you
seriously.
2 years ago? My daughter's gonna be
We're
moving out in
teaching
like
you all
6
these
months.
dirty
This makes me
things.
never want to have
Yeah.
kids knowing the things that I would get away
Seriously.
with.
Yeah, seriously.
You need to check in
Dude.
with your daughter. Maybe
Thank
she's
you. I
maybe
will.
she's gonna hate
will.
us.
Trust me, I have notes. I have notes right here.
Oh, he has a sticky note.
Check the water bottles in her car.
Check the water
Check the
bottles
water
in her
bottles.
car. What else?
I don't know.
Does she have a curfew?
Yes.
What is it?
It is 10:30 during the week, and then it's midnight.
A
on
week?
the
Where's she
weekend.
going in the week?
Good question. I'll ask her.
Pat
No,
has investigating to do.
she works. She usually works
Pat
until
doesn't-
10. She works until
Okay.
10.
People
Okay.
would ask me to do anything in the weekdays, even in high school, and I'm like, hell no, I'm going to bed. Like
Did you guys sleep all the time?
in high school,
Yes.
Yes.
I would get home and like,
The naps
go
after
into
high
REM.
school. Oh my god.
yeah, hit so different.
Okay, that's exactly what she does. She gets home from school. Well, she only goes to school for 1 hour during the day, but she'll get home at like
What?
What?
That is such BS because she goes to like our school did not have block scheduling like that. We had 8 to 3:30 every single day.
yeah, no, so did
Okay.
I. So did I. Yeah, she goes and she goes late. I think it's 9:30 to 11, and then she's done.
And that requires
And then
her a
she's
nap.
done.
Yes, and then she goes home and naps, and then she'll sleep for like last night I got it.
Okay,
and
my
it's
naps were
beautiful.
warranted with our long days.
Yeah,
Right.
we had.
Those
I
are
don't know
warranted.
how we used to do that. We used to get up at like
I think about that all the
6:30, 7
time.
in the
And
morning.
you had to be by someone. Like,
ready.
you could never have your
Yeah.
alone time. Like you had to
Yes.
have a conversation.
Get
And
ready.
you have to get ready. Like you're seeing people all day.
Yeah.
I never wore sweatpants to school
I had that winged
once.
eyeliner
Same.
on every single day.
yeah, we
Seriously.
like did our makeup.
I got
every
up
day.
every
we
morning.
full glammed every day
I
for
full glam
freaking high school.
to go
Right.
Now
and
I'm acting
learn.
like it's the end of the
cares?
world that I had to do
seriously
makeup.
And now once you go to college, you realize that you aren't in school
Oh,
for.
I would roll out of bed.
Oh,
like
I-
1 minute before class, roll out of bed,
Seriously.
go to.
I
All
would
the time.
wear what I would sleep in
Yeah.
What?
to class all the time. You need like 2 hours to decompress. If I have a
Yeah.
night anything before noon, I would I'm also really
My
bad
class
with
starts
it.
at 9 a.m. and I wake up at 7 every day to get myself ready for it.
If my
Jesus.
class started at 9 a.m., I would wake up at 8:12 and leave at 8:45 and
Oh.
leave at 8:46. Be like, I'm ready to go.
How do you learn?
The
You
thing
don't.
is, I didn't.
You drop out of school and you start a podcast.